Hello everyone. Let us solve the definition where we will read a range of numbers from the user, and we will also read one digit, and we will identify all the numbers within that range which contains that digit. So we will need three text boxes here: txt1, 2 and 3. The third text box will be used to read the search digit, and the text box 1 and 2 will be used to read the limits, that is the lower limit and the upper limit. So I have called the value from the first text box in A1, and it is converted into a number in B1. Same goes for the second text box, and even the third text box has been called, but it is not converted into a number, because the current definition will be based on strings. So I'm going to use the indexOf method to solve the definition. So as a part of validation, I'm checking whether the first number is not NaN, because if it is NaN, that means the conversion has failed. Same goes for the second number. Third has not been converted into a number, so we are not going to apply the is NaN check on third number. Along with this, if the first number is greater than the second number, or the first number is less than 0, or the second number is less than 0, then we will throw a message saying that it is a wrong input. Now, if it is not wrong input, then and only then we are going to write our logic. So in our logic, what we are going to do is we'll also make a check for the integer. So let me take the conversion of first number and the second number into integers, and then let me directly write in an if condition to see that if b1 is equal to n1, b1 is the number and n1 is its equivalent integer, and b2 is equal to n2, and the third character has to be a single digit in the range of 0 to 9. So um, I'm using it as a character. So that's character 0, and it is less than equal to the digit 9. If that is the case, then we will be doing the actual logic, and if one of this condition has failed, then we will throw a okay. So this is the message, just to distinguish between the first message and the second message. We have taken invalid input, so that done. Now the actual logic. So the actual logic is that because we are using it as a string, and then I even want to collect all the numbers and show them at one go instead of showing each number individually, I'm going to do a little string concatenation. So as with the earlier few videos, I'm going to take num as a empty string in the beginning, and we are going to use a for loop. So we will start with the first number. That's the first range, the lower limit of the range. So I is n1, and till I is less than equal to n2, we're going to increment the value of I, and we are going to do some processing. So once the processing is over, we would have the output in the num variable. So let us just go ahead and print the output. You can customize it to say that numbers with the digit in A3 are, and then you can print num. So the actual logic is very simple. Because the value I is numeric, and we are going to apply the string method of indexOf, we'll have to actually convert I into a string, that is the number into a string. So let k be a variable in which we will store the uh, string equivalent of the digit I. So toString is a method which converts a numeric value into a string value. So I being a numeric value will be converted into a string value and stored in k, so that it becomes easy for us to use the index of on k. Otherwise, it will throw an error. Let found be some variable in which I am using the index of on k for the character which is stored in A3, and let the index value of the first occurrence be stored in found. Now, if there was no occurrence of the character A3, which may be a character from 0 to 9, and if it is not occurring in the string k, then found will be equal to -1. So that is what we will use here. So if found is not equal to -1, that means that it was found. So here we'll do a little string concatenation simply by saying sum plus equals. So that is as good as saying sum is equal to num is equal to num plus I. So I'm going to use in the string concatenation. So in the num string, I'm going to, whatever is there, I'm going to concatenate it with additional value of I, or you can take k as well. And then I'm adding a space so that for the next concatenation, there is a space between the previous string, the last digit, and the next value of I. So I think we are good to go. Let us try out the So I have the first number. Let us say the first number is 100 and the second number is 200, and I'm looking for the digit 5. So you can see all the digits. So that's 105, 115, 125, 35, 45, and the entire range of 50, 150 to 159, and then 165, 175, 185, and 195. So it looks like the code is working fine. The main point that I have focused on is how to use the string methods. The toString to convert a number into a string equivalent, and the indexOf to find the occurrence, the first occurrence of a character in a string. So try this definition and we'll take another solution to the same definition in the next video.